What up, folks? Tejbz here, and today I have a little bit of a different video because I was just at the movies and I watched Endgame, Avengers Endgame before a lot of people. I'm really happy that I've been able to do this. Usually I just do like kind of a quick review over on Twitter or on Instagram about stuff that I've seen, but I really wanted to give this one a shot. So bear with me, and hopefully you guys can leave some positive or negative feedback. Hopefully just constructive feedback in the comments about how I can get better at doing these types of stuff. But without that out of the way, let's talk about Endgame. And this is going to be a spoiler-free review. So you don't have to worry that I will say anything that's going to ruin the movie or anything for you guys, because literally pretty much anything that I say about the plot is not, I want to say crucial, but you're going to be like, oh, I understand that. I got that right now. But we are currently right now enjoying something that I mean, you gotta admit that we never experienced this before. We are enjoying a cinematic universe for the first time on this scale. And I remember it was a summer night in 2008. Me and my friend Mikael, we were walking home from the movie theater. We just seen Iron Man 1. And sure, we knew that there were other Marvel superheroes out there in the world, and we were just like, that was a cool movie. And we went home, and we probably had a beer because it was a lovely evening. I mean, I've seen Spider-Man on TV. We had that in Sweden, and there was, in the back of my head, I knew there were more cool superheroes out there. But skip forward to 2018, and I can still feel the sense that I have after watching Infinity War. And I have a point with talking about Infinity War in this Endgame review, because that movie just left me with this like, wow, they pulled it off and it was amazing. And I thought it was so cool. Like some of the moments in that one, I just go back and watch Thor like coming to Wakanda with Stormbreaker, and I'm like, I just get goosebumps all over my arms and like my face. I don't know if you can get goosebumps in your face, but I get that. And I even remember like how I got pissed off at some people sitting next to me at this press shoot like view then as well. There were like a couple, and they like, after like everyone disappeared, they go like, well, they're probably going to come back. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Yes, of course, like Spider-Man and Black Panther are going to come back because like they make so much money. And there's the Guardians 3. Thank you for rehiring James Gunn, by the way, because Slither is a movie that I think everyone should watch that he has directed. It's one of my favorite like movies ever. It's so dumb. And I think it has what is called Nathan Dillon or Nat, something like that in it, and it's just amazing. But I couldn't believe what happened. Like I was stunned and shocked that I've seen the bad guy, Thanos, which is the protagonist, because he's like the only one really with a goal in Infinity War. He's the one who gets shit done. He has a goal and actually does it. And basically our Marvel heroes, they're just in the way, and he doesn't even bother to like kill them off when they charge against like towards him. He's just like, get out of my way, get the fuck out of here. And that is just cool. I think it's the way that they choose to have him like as a protagonist and really get his goal towards the end makes Infinity War, even though they have so many characters and different storylines that they cut back and forth, like even there's some moments that I truly remember when it's just like the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're playing that song, and they go all like that, and like I was like, this is amazing. But in this one, in Endgame, Thanos is not the protagonist. There is a couple of protagonists in the movie, which is our regular Marvel heroes, and obviously they're trying to beat Thanos again, because that's the end game. I mean, if you think that's a spoiler, I mean, hello, are you dumb? And the movie now kind of bounces between emotions. Sometimes you're supposed to feel like the sadness, the reality is supposed to sink in about what actually happened, and then you kind of bounce back to hilariousness. I mean, there's a couple of scenes in this movie, and you guys know that I really liked Thor 3 with Taika Waititi, which is he made some of the funniest stuff ever with like the the what is it called, Flight of the Conchords guys. He's just absolutely hilarious, and also he plays Korg in Thor 3. So there is some really, really funny moments, but it's kind of hard to know what tone they want for the first 2 hours of this movie, because it is 3 hours. So make sure you don't drink too much. Don't have a beer or anything before this movie, because you will struggle and you are gonna have to go to the bathroom. So make sure that you plan this movie, go and experience out. But after the beginning of the movie, I would say about an hour and a half into the movie, I started to really enjoy it, because they found like their goal, they found the pacing of it and everything. And there's some scenes in the movie, because you know now that, okay, some of these people could die at any moment, and you're like, I was just sitting there in some fight scenes like, oh my god, this is terrifying, because it is scary, because you don't know who's actually gonna survive, and it doesn't feel like anyone really has that plot armor anytime soon. Of course, I mean, yeah, you're always assuming probably that Spider-Man and Black Panther are coming back because they make too much money, which, I mean, try to forget about that when you're watching the movie, and you're gonna be even scarier. The movie looks absolutely amazing. I watched it in IMAX, and I gotta give props to Chris Evans, which is my favorite like Marvel character, is Steve Rogers or Captain America, and RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. I feel like he just acts really well in this movie, and he's also obviously a fan favorite, so it's really cool that he and Chris get a lot of screen time in this one, which is, I wouldn't say that's a spoiler. I mean, if you watch one trailer, you know that they are in the movie. So yeah, after Infinity War, I was just like, oh my god. But watching Endgame, I'm just like, wow, I got to experience this, and it's come to an end. Marvel Phase 3, and I'm super excited to see what's next. And during Endgame, I've laughed, I cried a little bit, and I have had like goosebumps from head to toe, which I think is just, it just feels so good watching a movie where you're like, I know all of this. But my overall review for it is that it could have been better, and I feel like it's just the fact that it's so complicated. It's such a complicated thing that they're trying to do in this movie, and they still managed to pull it off. I think the tone, I think that the pacing of it could have been a little better, but I'm still very, very impressed what they pull off. And I feel like empty watch like after it, but I can't wait to see it again, to like spot all the tiny things that I missed the first time. And also there will be so many memes from this movie. Oh my god, the internet will be flooded with memes the second, like, it's, I mean, tomorrow when it comes out. So yeah, here in Sweden at least. So thank you so much for watching. Please drop a little like on the video if you enjoyed it. And also, just a quick heads up, if you're going to the movies, please do not talk while watching this movie too loudly, like gasping and going like, and like whispering like hello, yeah, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Like, that's totally fine, but don't do it like some people go like, oh my god, that was so cool. Like, okay, that's actually fine, but you go like, oh my god, he's gonna blah 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 blah. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, just like small voices. Don't drink too much before it. And if you look at your phone, I'm 100% sure that a Marvel fan is going to take your phone and throw it, because I think that's just okay. Don't ruin the movie for anyone else when you're going to watch this, because it is an experience of sort. It's like 3-hour experience, and it's like watching the season finale of Game of Thrones with all your friends at a movie theater. So I think you will enjoy it, because I sure did. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video too. I already said that. Okay, bye.